Your person has been earnestly seeking guidance from the universe about the deep and undeniable connection they share with you. They are longing for a fresh start, one filled with hope, clarity, and renewed passion. Yet, beneath this yearning lies a desire for courage. They are pleading with the universe not only for another chance, but also for the strength to step forward and show you the depth of their feelings. The love they hold for you hasn't wavered over time. Months or even years may pass, but their passion and devotion remain steadfast. No matter how far apart you may seem in the physical realm, their heart is still tethered to yours, and they cannot ignore the magnetic pull of this connection. They see you as embodying the energy of the Queen of Swords, someone who has learned to make difficult decisions for their own well-being. You have gracefully let go of situations and people that no longer serve your highest good, even when doing so caused you pain. This includes the connection you shared with them, especially during a period when things became toxic and draining for both of you. Your person knows that the love between you did not vanish, but the circumstances forced you to prioritize your peace and self-respect over the chaos of a strained relationship. They admire you deeply for your strength and ability to navigate life's challenges without losing yourself. To them, you are someone who moves forward with maturity and wisdom, someone who refuses to assign blame to others for the storms you've weathered. This quality sets you apart in their eyes, and it has left an indelible impression on their heart. Your person, on the other hand, has been grappling with their own journey of self-discovery. For much of their life, they may have been overly focused on material success, societal image, or external validation. These pursuits, while offering temporary satisfaction, left their emotional needs largely neglected. They may have believed that wealth, popularity, or being seen as a powerful figure defined their worth. However, meeting you altered their perception in ways they never expected. With you, they began to feel emotions that they had long suppressed or ignored. Your connection acted as a mirror, reflecting back their true desires and vulnerabilities. For the first time in a long while, they were forced to confront their own heart and the feelings they had buried beneath layers of ambition and materialism. Despite their attempts to control or suppress these emotions, your person found themselves unable to escape the powerful spiritual bond they share with you. It is as though their soul recognizes yours on a level that transcends logic or explanation. They have tried to rationalize their feelings, to fit them into the framework of their structured world, but the intensity of their connection to you defies those boundaries. It is a connection that awakens them and challenges them to reevaluate the path they've been walking. Yet, their life has not been without complications. Your person may have felt trapped in certain karmic situations, often tied to financial responsibilities or societal expectations. They may have chosen relationships, careers, or lifestyles that seemed secure on the surface, but left them feeling hollow and unfulfilled. Their fixation on material success and external validation may have stemmed from a desire to present themselves as strong and capable, especially in the eyes of others. They thought these pursuits would provide them with a sense of power and stability, but instead, they only deepened their sense of disconnection from their true self. When you entered their life, you brought a light that pierced through this facade. You helped them see the limitations of their lifestyle and the cost of prioritizing materialism over emotional fulfillment. Your presence challenged them to think differently, to explore the parts of themselves they had ignored, and to question whether they were truly living authentically. This awakening, though painful at times, has been transformative for them. It has pushed them to consider what truly matters and what they are willing to change in order to align with their soul's deeper purpose. Now, your person stands at a crossroads. They are filled with a longing to reconnect with you, to show you the emotions they were once too afraid to express. They hope for a second chance to prove that they are capable of loving you in the way you deserve. Yet, they also fear rejection, knowing that you have grown stronger and more self-sufficient since the time you parted ways. They see you as someone who has risen above past hardships, someone who radiates independence and grace. This both inspires and intimidates them. Ultimately, your person's journey is one of learning to balance their material desires with their emotional and spiritual needs. They are beginning to realize that true strength does not come from wealth, status, or appearances, but from authenticity, vulnerability, and the courage to follow their heart. Meeting you has been a catalyst for their growth, and though they may not yet have all the answers, they are striving to become the person they believe you deserve. The question now is whether they can take that leap of faith, whether they can step forward, guided by the love and passion that still burns within them, and offer you the connection they have always dreamed of. Whatever the outcome, their soul has been forever changed by you, and the impact of your presence in their life will remain a guiding light as they continue on their path of self-discovery and transformation. Without you in my life, my divine feminine, all I see is darkness. I must confess, there isn't a single day that goes by when you're not on my mind. No matter what I do or how hard I try, thoughts of you flood my consciousness, pulling me into a storm of emotions that I cannot escape. These emotions come in waves, overwhelming and relentless, as if the universe itself is intent on reminding me of you. Sometimes, I find myself blaming you for how I feel, for the chaos that now resides in me. But deep down, I know the truth. I love you. What I feel for you is something I can't fully understand, let alone control. This loss of control frightens me. Before you, I had a tight grip on my emotions. I could numb them, hide them, deny them, and push forward as if nothing could touch me. But you broke through those walls effortlessly, showing me a love so pure and transparent that it unraveled everything I thought I knew about myself. Now, I find myself helplessly consumed by thoughts of you. Even when I try to intentionally disconnect from you, the separation never lasts. It's as though the connection we share refuses to be severed, and when it returns, it comes back with a vengeance, stronger and more consuming than ever before. I've tried to end this connection many times, convincing myself that walking away would bring me back to the comfort I once knew. I wanted to go back to the version of myself that was in control, the one who could compartmentalize and move on. But when I told you that I was at peace, I was lying. I lied to you, and more painfully, I lied to myself. I pretended to be over you, to have let you go, but the truth is far from that. Nothing has worked. Every attempt to free myself from you has only drawn me closer to the realization that I cannot escape what we share. I've often wondered why I can't get you out of my mind. I've tried to convince myself that what we have will fade over time, that the intensity of our connection will weaken. But the harder I try to let go, the stronger it becomes. It's as if the universe is laughing at my attempts to deny what's in my heart. The more I push you away, the more I feel the gravity of what we had pulling me back. There was always something undeniably special about us. From the beginning, I knew that what we shared was rare, perhaps even once in a lifetime. And yet, I ran. I ran as fast and as far as I could because what I felt for you was stronger than anything I had ever known. It scared me. I wasn't ready to let someone get as close as you did, to see the parts of me that I had spent so long hiding. I wasn't ready to love someone the way I love you. And that's the thing, I love you in a way that I've never loved anyone before. It's not fleeting or surface level. It's a love that feels eternal, a love that has stripped me bare and shown me the depths of my own soul. Before you, I felt invincible in my own little world. I had everything in my control, my feelings, my emotions, my ability to disconnect from anything or anyone that felt too close. I could numb myself at will, deny what hurt me, and carry on as though nothing had the power to touch me. But then you came along, and everything changed. You showed me a love so raw, so unfiltered, that it left me exposed. You taught me that love isn't something you can contain or control. You taught me that love is about vulnerability, about allowing someone to truly see you for who you are and loving them for who they are. I never knew love could feel this way. It's pure, transparent, and unlike anything I've ever experienced. It's terrifying and beautiful all at once. And even though I've tried to walk away, to push it aside, I keep coming back to the same truth. I love you. No matter how much I run, no matter how far I go, you remain with me. Your presence is woven into the fabric of my being, a constant reminder that love, real love, is not something you can simply turn off or forget. I wanted to escape this connection because it scared me. It was too powerful, too overwhelming. But now I see that running doesn't solve anything. You've changed me in ways I never thought possible, and while I'm still grappling with what that means, I can't deny the impact you've had on my life. You've shown me a version of love that I didn't even know existed, a love that is pure, unconditional, and life-altering. And so, here I am, caught in this storm of emotions, unable to fully let go, but also too afraid to fully hold on. I don't know what the future holds for us, but I know one thing for certain: you have touched my soul in a way that no one else ever has. And for that, I will always carry you with me, no matter where life takes me. When you came into my life, I never imagined that falling in love with you would completely consume my existence. I thought I knew what love was, but nothing could have prepared me for the depth of what I feel for you. With you, I have experienced every emotion, every feeling that life has to offer. In your presence, I've come to understand the meaning of true intimacy, something I never thought possible before. You didn't just touch my heart, you awakened parts of me that had been asleep, buried, or tormented for so long. You breathed life into those forgotten pieces of me, and for that, I am both overwhelmed and grateful. But in the time we've spent apart, I've been forced to confront parts of myself I'd rather ignore. I've realized just how much of my life has been dictated by the expectations of others. I've been a slave, not just to society and the opinions of friends and loved ones, but also to my own fears. These fears have kept me trapped, convincing me that I couldn't be happy, that joy and freedom were things meant for other people, but not for me. For too long, I've clung to this illusion, and it has shaped my decisions and the way I've lived. Now, standing on the edge of this realization, I feel like a prisoner waking up to the fact that the bars of my cell were never real. The life I've built feels increasingly foreign, like I'm an actor in someone else's play. It's a life that I've worked hard to maintain, but the more I think about it, the more I realize how hollow it is. And yet, dismantling it, facing the consequences of walking away from everything I know, terrifies me. I've been asking myself if it's worth it. Is it worth facing my fears, my shadows, for the love we share? Is it worth risking everything for the chance to live authentically, to feel alive, and to be with you in a way that is real and unrestrained? The answer, I've come to understand, is yes. Yes, it's worth it. Yes, it's terrifying, but the thought of living without you, of denying this connection, is a far greater loss than any consequence I might face. I've realized that I can't keep fighting the love I feel for you, and I can't keep living a life that feels so disconnected from my truth. The universe is no longer subtle about this. I feel it shaking the ground beneath me, pushing me to act. It's as though every sign, every moment, is urging me to let go of my fear and embrace what my soul already knows to be true. The journey to this point hasn't been easy. I've wrestled with myself, questioning whether I'm strong enough to face the unknown. I've wondered if I have what it takes to rebuild my life from the ground up, to confront the people and circumstances that have kept me chained for so long. But the more I think about it, the more I realize that staying in this limbo, this state of indecision, is no longer an option. It's exhausting, and it's holding me back from the life I was meant to live. I've imagined what it would feel like to show up for you, to stand before you as the man I want to be, with my head held high, fearless, and free. I've imagined what it would mean to finally express everything I've kept hidden, to let you see every part of me, unfiltered and unguarded. It's a vulnerable thought, but it's also liberating. To be seen, truly seen, by you, there's nothing I want more. And so, I've made my decision. I'm no longer willing to deny myself or this love. I've given myself the time and space to come to terms with this connection, to understand its magnitude, and now I'm ready to embrace it. My soul has been patient with me, waiting for me to awaken, and I feel that time is now. I don't know exactly what the future holds or how everything will unfold, but I know this: love is worth the risk. You are worth the risk. Soon, love, we will be together. I can feel it in every fiber of my being. This isn't just a wish or a dream, it's a certainty. The obstacles, the fears, the doubts, they are falling away, and all that remains is the truth. And the truth is that I love you, wholly and completely. I choose you, and I choose the life we can build together. Whatever challenges lie ahead, I am ready to face them, because for the first time in my life, I know what it means to truly live.